Vesuvius. And then keeping going on the left, we have the island of Capri and the other island in the Gulf.
Wow.
Do you think we can start the presentation?
Yeah, I was just gonna say we can go ahead. If I'll monitor if anyone comes into it, but yeah. So we're welcoming here Serena from the Sant'Anna Institute, Serena Vacca. How do you pronounce your name in Italy?
Vacca, yeah, Serena Vacca. And actually Vacca, for everyone that speaks a little bit of Spanish, you guys know what you mean. It means cow, even in Italian. So it's a nice surname, the one that I got.
But yeah, we thank you for making the time to present to our students. This has been, although I've never been to Sorrento or I don't know Sant'Anna personally, it's been a favorite of students for several years now, and just in terms of the evaluations we get, both from the area, Sorrento, as you can see, I pretty much want to go right now, but also Sant'Anna and the service that they offer to our students. And also, I just think Italy in general is a great place to go for many aspects. I mean, you know, it's just an awesome country. The scenery is beautiful. People are friendly. The food has been going on for centuries. They perfected the art of cooking. And also, I think it's just the perfect level of out of the comfort zone, but still having, you know, the comforts and just the interests in being there. And that they speak another language, so there's a chance for gaining fluency. And just for many, many reasons, I think it's a great fit for our students, along with the courses. There's a lot of courses in the topics that we specialize here that you can't always get equivalency courses per se. There are a few out there, but there's courses in the natural science, communication, health sciences, and they're big on internships as well, which all those things align well with FGCU. So I'll let Serena take it away.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Matt, for the introduction and for inviting me. For everyone that's just joined, I'm Serena. I'm the study abroad coordinator at Sant'Anna. I will supervise your application and the whole experience here in Sorrento. So I'll start with this first slide where we have a picture of our school here on the right. So as you can see, it is on an amazing location. Just a few steps from one of the two beaches of the town and to the port of Marina Piccola. And in this picture here, we have the entrance gate to the school. As I said, Sant'Anna, it's actually, Matt said, Sant'Anna as the perfect combination between academic excellence and perfect location here in Italy. There is a mix of reasons why you'd love Sorrento. First of all, I would say for the unique culture, Sorrento is located in the south of Italy, so a little bit farther from the most famous destinations in Italy of Rome and Florence, but with a very unique culture, customs, and climate of southern Italy. Sorrento itself is a pretty small town. However, it's very touristy and well known all over the world. There are tourists coming every year in every season to visit Sorrento and nearby Amalfi Coast. In fact, as you can see from this little map, Sorrento is in between two gulfs. The Gulf of Naples and the Gulf of Salerno. And there are many points of interest very close to Sorrento. First of all, the two big cities of Naples and Salerno, then the amazing Amalfi Coast that is mainly made of three towns, Positano, Amalfi, and Ravello. And this is one of the field trips always included in the program. You guys will get to go to this amazing and breathtaking place that is home to so many important people. Then the islands of Capri, Ischia, and Procida. From this map, you only see Capri and Procida here on the top. There is Ischia just close to this boat. These three islands are all reachable from the port of Sorrento with ferries and jet foils, leaving daily. Capri is definitely the most famous. Then we have the excavation sites of Pompeii and Herculaneum. There are a train ride from Sorrento. There's a local train that connects Sorrento with Naples and all the towns nearby, including also stop at Mount Vesuvius, so the famous volcano. You'll actually be able to climb up the crater and explore Mount Vesuvius with a guide once there. And also Sorrento is well connected with the rest of Italy. This is the famous boot shape Italy country. And as you can see, Sorrento is very close to Naples, about an hour from Naples, but Naples itself is well connected with the rest of Italy, because in Italy we are served by a very good system of high-speed trains that are not only very fast. Imagine that from Naples to Rome, it's a 1 hour train, from Naples to Florence, 2 hours and a half, and so on. But also they're very convenient. It's very cheap to basically go everywhere. In Italy, you can find trains as cheap as 20 or 30 euros round trip. And also to the two islands of Sardinia and Sicily, which is down here. You can see it on the map. They're famous spots for, especially for summer vacations for Italians, and they can be reached either by by plane or by boat. And this is a map, a little map of the main countries in Europe. Again, from Naples, Capodichino Airport, it's an international airport. There are more than 35 airlines for 106 destinations all over Europe. And again, being that there are many low-cost airlines like EasyJet, Ryanair, Wizz Air, and so on, it would be very cheap and easy to travel everywhere in Europe. Now, because of COVID, we currently have some restrictions in terms of traveling outside of Italy. And actually, for this summer and fall, we will discourage travel outside of Italy unless, the situation is supposed to improve in the next few months. But again, we would suggest only traveling inside the country. And believe me, there are so many places and so many things to see, both in our region, Campania, and in Italy as a whole, that you will not actually need to go outside of Italy. But again, it's because it's a precautionary measure that we would want you guys as a student to apply for your safety. So again, keeping talking about safety, so we just want you to be aware that all of the Sant'Anna staff and faculty have received the first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. So we will soon receive the second dose, so that we will be all COVID-free by the time you guys come here. And we're also working hard both with our spring 2021 students currently on site and for future programs to ensure the health and well-being of our students. And for example, for our current students, and what we will do also in summer and fall, we will schedule weekly COVID swab tests to all students and staff to ensure the utmost caution and attention to our campus community. And here you also find the list of assistance services we will offer to all students, including 24/7 access to English-speaking doctors and our emergency lines. The history, Sant'Anna is located in the heart of the town, in the historical center. As I said, Sorrento is pretty small, so it's really walkable everywhere. And both if you're living in our residence hall or in our shared apartment, you will basically never need transportation unless you're traveling outside of Sorrento. Our campus is made of 5 floors building, where the lower floors are dedicated to classrooms and the upper floors are made by our residence hall. All our classrooms are equipped with, of course, desks and chairs, but also a smart board with projectors, notebook and speakers, and of course, Wi-Fi connection available in all campus, and air conditioning. We also have an organic garden outside of the campus with orange and lemon trees, kiwi, fruits, vegetables. The students are welcome to pick and use. And in fact, our cooking classes that we organize as part of our student life activities are always done using the products of our garden. We also have in our campus a basketball court and a gym and rec room. Sant'Anna offers 3 types of accommodation, as I was mentioning. So the first is the residence hall, our dorm rooms that are located on the top 2 floors of our campus. We offer double and triple bedrooms that can also be used as singles. All bedrooms have an ensuite bathroom, so a private bathroom, and we do provide towels, beddings, and weekly cleaning of both the common spaces and the private bedrooms. In each bedroom, we also have a mini fridge, as well as, of course, desks and chair and the wardrobe, as well as air conditioning and Wi-Fi connection. Then we have a big kitchen space, common kitchen space with 6 cooking stations that are fully equipped with oven, microwave, or cooking utensils, as well as other 3 big fridges. And each bedroom is assigned to a different cooking stations to, to maintain as much order as possible. We also have a laundromat in our building with coin-operated laundry and dryers. And of course, as I'm not sure if I already mentioned that high-speed Wi-Fi that is available in all the institute. And the cherry on the top is actually our rooftops. We have 2 rooftop terraces. This is one of those. As you can see, you really oversee Mount Vesuvius and the Gulf of Naples. And in this picture, we have actually a yoga lesson on the terrace. The other 2 accommodation types that we offer are shared apartments and host families. They are both at a walking distance to the school, so up to 20 minutes walking. They're again fully furnished with air conditioning, washing machine, and Wi-Fi. And just like in the apartments, the common space and the kitchen area are fully equipped, and beds, linens, and towels are provided, as well as weekly cleaning service. Students that decide instead to live with a host family do get breakfast and dinner included daily. For 2021, we will only offer this option to vaccinated students for the well-being of both students and families. And again, these are the options for students that really want to immerse in the culture and have that family feel, have their home away from home here in Sorrento. And I know of students that have lived with those families in the past that they come every year regularly to visit their host family, or their host families have been to the States to visit them, because you really create a bond that lasts forever. Then we pass on to academics. This is just a mention to the academic areas that we work on. We offer Italian studies, social sciences and natural sciences, classical studies, business, arts and humanities, and so on. We offer a mix of courses with a special emphasis on those that are specifically theory based, and because the core of the academic experience is outside of the classroom, and so on site through many field trips that are in the extra class activities that are included in the program fee. And so the focus is on the connection between the subject and our territory. All of our courses are transferred through Jacksonville University, our official school of record in Florida. So at the end of your program, you will be sent a transcript, an official transcript to your school that can easily transfer, as I said, the courses taken here in Sorrento. And on the right, you find the list of the components that expand our academic experience, and in particular, as I said, the on-site visits, field trips, the research option, especially designed for honors students, and the experiential learning with internship and service learning projects that we're going to talk about later. So now we're going to have a little overview of our areas and the courses that we offer. Actually, here you only find the courses that will be offered in summer and fall. There is another some other courses that are not listed here because we are not going to offer them in summer or fall, but you can have a look at them on our website. So as for the Italian studies, we offer 6 levels of Italian language and literature, and they're all taught in Italian. So they're actually suggested, especially the literature courses, for students that already have a basic knowledge of Italian, and they are both offered in summer and fall. Then we go on classical studies, and actually Sorrento is in the middle of one of the most important areas for the classical civilizations. And this is the reason why we offer many courses in classics. And this is the list of the ones that we will offer in summer and fall. The ones that you'll see bolded are guaranteed. And in particular, archaeology, I want to talk a little bit about this course, which is one of the most popular of the courses that we offer, because it includes a variety of field trips and activities to the places that you will study during the course. So here, as you can see in this picture, you see students in Pompeii, Herculaneum, the Archaeological Museum of Naples, the catacombs in Naples. There are so many trips including in this course that makes it very appealing to students. Then we have the list of the courses offered in humanities and arts. Again, the ones bolded are guaranteed. For example, we offer introduction to philosophy, creative writing, Italian cinema, world literature, and then some of the most popular, which are drawing on location and digital photography. And you can see here some pictures taken during these courses. Then we have business studies, which is one of our most active departments. And here we offer competing in the global environment and Italian tourism, which are always guaranteed and always run. Especially Italian tourism is closely related to our area. As I said, tourism is very important sector in Sorrento. But we also offer sustainability, food marketing, and this last course, Italian Community Management and Professional Culture, is a sort of combination between an internship and academic course, because it is a course, but with a strong component of job on the field in one of the companies in Sorrento that we work with. And during this picture, in these pictures, you can see some different field trips related to food. And we offer many options such as visit to mozzarella factory, the olive oil tasting, limoncello factory, the pasta making factory, and so on. Then it's the turn of social sciences. And again, here we find some of the courses that are the most popular among our students. Especially history of the mafia, which is particularly interesting because it explores the mafia phenomenon from different perspectives, so social, historical, economical, with a focus on the fight against mafia and the involvement of local organizations. In the same area, we also have history of and culture of Italian food, which is a new addition, but it's very appealing to students, as all the history of food courses are. And this one especially is especially interesting because it explores the difference between the slow food and fast food, and the historical roots of this conflict. And in this same area, we also offer Mediterranean culture and history, some very actual topics like human rights, introduction to women's and gender studies, anthropology of Europe, and so on. Then it's the turn to natural sciences with our definitely top one course, which is Introduction to Marine Biology. So this course is offered for semesters. It counts for 4 credits because it also includes a lab, while in summer it counts for 3 credits since it doesn't have a lab. And this is a very popular course, as I said, especially because of our position. We are located on the water, but very close to the marine protected area of Punta Campanella, which is one of our also internship partners. And also we also offer other natural sciences courses like Introduction to Volcanology, thanks to proximity to Mount Vesuvius, which is one of the field trips included in the course, marine conservation, also Intro to Geology. And actually here you see some pictures from both the marine science course, yes, and into the volcanology. On the right, sorry, on the left, there's a group of marine biology students visiting the zoological station of Anton Dorn in Naples. And on the right, the kayaking and snorkeling activities, while in the middle, there's a group of students climbing Mount Vesuvius, which, as I said, is one of the most important volcanoes in Europe. And here we have the experience actually of an intern who interned for the marine protected area of Punta Campanella. And in this particular picture, she was helping the volunteers release a turtle here in the park. Then I think this is the last the last field, health sciences. The course we recommend in this field is human nutrition, which focuses on the Mediterranean diet, which is another core of our territory. And the faculty for this course is a local nutritionist. And also for this course, we include field trips. And finally, these are some pictures taken from my biology lab we have at Sant'Anna. Oh, and actually there's one last field, which is cultural studies. And in this field, we will only offer for summer and fall the course in New York called Naples Response, which focuses on the comparison between these two metropolises and their problems. Okay, now we're going to talk about the activities that Sant'Anna organized to be involved in Sorrento and in our community. As I said, one of the academic experiences that we offer is an international internship. Just like the other courses, also the internship can count for credit. It's actually for 3 or 6 credits. The internship requires a little bit more requirements compared to the other courses, because you need to be of junior or senior standard and have a 3.0 GPA instead of just 2.5, which is the minimum required to be admitted into our program. And the students that decide to do an internship are really able to immerse themselves in our culture. Because one thing is to just live and study in Sorrento, but also to work for an international and actually Italian organization is really something that's going to be very valuable for your resume. So we know students that have interned with us in the past that have told us that in future work interviews, being able to show this international internship experience has really helped a lot. So our internship program is called LEAD, which stands for Leadership Engagement and Professional Development. And actually, throughout your internship, you will do weekly meetings with our internship coordinator, Emily, to talk about every week. We're going to talk about a different skill that you have acquired or that you're working on during your internship. So SMART goals, self-awareness, communication, teamwork, and so public speaking and so on. And actually each week you will have to realize some different assignments for your internship project. You will not only work with group meetings, but also you will meet one-to-one with us as internship coordinators, so that we can follow your progress and you can get back to us for any issues you will find during your internship experience. So as I said, it can count for 3 or 6 credits, which are respectively 135 or 270 hours. Before arriving here in Sorrento, you will receive a detailed internship program that underlines the name of the company, the name of your employer, the project you will be following, etc. You will also be required to fill some midterm and final evaluation, and then at the end you will realize an e-portfolio, which is kind of an e-resume where you'll be able to broadcast all of the projects you've been working on. And this is the list of the fields we offer internships into. As you can see, all have a different course code related to the academic field of the internship. The only internship that we offer not for credit is the culinary arts internship. So you'll be able to take this course, but that will not count for credits. Another way to immerse in our culture and in our community is joining a club. We offer a variety of clubs within our student life department that is coordinated by my colleague Georgia. You will meet here. Some of the clubs that we organize are the cooking club, the book club, the cinema club, the Discover Sorrento Club, which is one of the most popular because we will explore each week a different location in our peninsula, far from the tourist paths. So since most of the staff was born and raised in Sorrento, we love to, we love to unveil all the secrets of our town. Other clubs include, for example, the arts and crafts, but we'll also welcome your ideas. So for example, we just started the gardening club. There was the idea of one of our students, but definitely the most popular club is the cooking club. Well, we will learn every week a different recipe, so you can go back to the States and surprise your family and friends with true Italian recipes. And yeah, the place to be connected. So this is a little overview of our staff. As you can see, there is me, straight hair version and without glasses, just for the picture. As I said, I'm the study abroad coordinator. I'll be in touch with you since the very beginning for all the logistics of your program, also including a visa letter. So we will assist you with your visa if you need one, especially in semester. You will always need a visa. Summer student will not, but just to say that I will be in touch and I will help you in any aspect of your program. Our president, Cristiana Panicco, she was actually the founder of the school. She's from the north of Italy, actually. And she came to Sorrento on vacation. She fell in love with the place and never left. She decided to open an Italian language school for foreigners, and that's how Sant'Anna started. But then we added the study abroad component, which is actually now the core of our business. Then we have Olga. She's the director. She's actually on maternity leave, but she'll probably be here during your stay. Marco Marino is the academic director. He supervises courses, syllabi, all that is related to academics. So if you have any questions related to, especially as I said, courses in particular, you can feel free to send him an email. Emily, she's our internship coordinator, and actually, along with internship, she also organizes service learning projects, and these kind of volunteering projects can also count for credit, and we regularly organize every term a specific project. So for example, this semester we have organized in partnership with actually a Florida Gulf student in the hospitality field, a charity donation. So we are collecting toiletries from local hotels for women's victims of sexual assault, and we are donating this stuff to a local women's shelter. So at each semester we will be organizing some projects of this type. And as I said, Emily will coordinate both these projects and all the internship experiences. And finally, we have Georgia, who is our study abroad assistant and also student life coordinator. She will be responsible for all the student life activities and excursions we are organizing here at Sant'Anna. And just almost final slide about the services that we provide the students with. Not only 24-hour emergency contact, but always healthcare referrals, so a doctor that will come weekly to the school to check on the students at no extra cost, emergency services, assistance, as I said, with Italian entry requirements, study skills, language assistance and counseling. For example, for this spring 2021, we have organized the weekly group psychology activities with a local psychologist to go over students' issues, especially in these difficult times of COVID. So student clubs and activities, travel tips, and so on. And yeah, so this last info about our social media. We love to share student stories and student experiences. So if you feel free to follow our social media to learn more about what's going on in Sorrento. So about Instagram and Facebook, as well as LinkedIn, where we'll talk about more academic projects. Okay, this is the link to our website. Now I'm gonna stop sharing my screen so that you guys can ask any questions that you have.
All right. Yeah, thanks, Serena, for sharing all of that.
Oh, my pleasure.
I'm sold, but I think everyone here kind of understands why we have the Sant'Anna Institute as one of our featured programs, and it also goes beyond the human support that they give there too, that our students have commented on. I'm happy to hear that about Tyler's project. So we're pretty proud as a university of our service learning component that we have. It's in our mission. And so that's pretty cool that she designed that project. And
yeah, that was great.
Um, okay, I see Mike. Did you want to introduce yourself real quick? I've known Mike. He's been in the study abroad world for years now. I think you're muted. Do I have to unmute you? But yeah, he just picked up and moved to the area of Sorrento. So
Michael, we cannot hear you.
Mike, I think you might have to unmute. All right.
Mike, we cannot hear you.
Maybe.
No, I think it's.
Let me make
somehow.
sure I didn't mute all. Hold on a sec. Hold on. Did I mute all? Can anyone speak? Let's see. Can anyone try speaking?
Yes, can you hear me?
Okay.
I'm the guy who doesn't introduce myself. I'm Michael.
Okay, now we can hear you.
I've been on another call, but I've been in your call, kind of half watching the presentation, so I apologize. But good to meet you all.
Michael, do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. I know Serena's already told you a lot about Sorrento and this part of Italy, but I have previously worked with Matt for a program in Barcelona, Spain, where I worked for about 6 years. And my family is from this part of Italy. I moved here 3 months ago and started working at Sant'Anna 2 months ago. And I live in Napoli, the big city, just 30 miles from Sorrento. And I have always wanted to live here. I've had my Italian citizenship for about 20 years. So I have only recently moved here, and I'm the international relations manager. So my job, as I've done for other institutions for the last 18 years, is to just inform our partner universities and our potential partners about what we do and talk to students either at study abroad fairs or in events like this and communicate why Southern Italy is the best place you could possibly dream of studying abroad. And I really believe that because it's kind of always been my place to go. So good to meet you all. I'm from Minnesota, but living in Naples.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you, Michael.
I also say I'm pretty available. I think students know that I'm available. I'll respond to emails and we can go through this process, but this is a really unique opportunity to really ask real specific questions with no bad questions. Yeah, no bad questions, no dumb questions exist here. So yeah, if you want to get specific while we have Serena and Mike with us, please feel free.
I'll start with these two that we have in the chat.
Oh.
So one is, will there be a mandatory quarantine once you get there? And if so, for how long and where would you stay? So as of now, all US travelers that have not been vaccinated yet are subject to a 14 days quarantine upon arrival to Italy. So people that have been vaccinated do not need to quarantine. However, there are some specific Delta flights that are COVID tested and quarantine free, because you need to, if you buy these flights, you need to prove negativity to a molecular swab test that has been taken up to 72 hours before flying. You will take a rapid test at the airport and another one when landing. And you, of course, if you're negative to these tests, you will not need to quarantine. And that's actually the flight that all our spring semester students use, and the flight that we recommend you all to take if you haven't been vaccinated yet. These flights are from Atlanta and JFK. Direct to Rome. And so then Sant'Anna will organize an airport transfer from Rome to Sorrento to take you here. So again, if you haven't been vaccinated, this is the option to go, since in this way you will not need to quarantine upon arrival. And then the other question is, is there health insurance offered? So we do not include the health insurance in our program fee. Matt, I don't know if this is something that you guys offer
Yeah.
at Florida Golf, but otherwise we can suggest companies.
Yeah, I'll have this this information out as part of the state university system. We have a promotional rate and an agreement with CISI insurance, which is probably the preeminent,
Yeah.
certainly student travel health insurance, but probably just travel health insurance in general. So I can get more information to you on that, but it's approximately, I think it's $38 a month, which is quite a good rate for travel insurance, and that covers everything you'd need as a traveler. So you can plan out and schedule doctor's appointments if you need something, of course, all emergencies, and it just goes right on down the line, evacuations if necessary, and it's pretty comprehensive.
And actually, you will be required to have an health insurance for your visa if you're coming for a semester. So that's compulsory in order to get your visa.
Sarah.
Will the same quarantine guidelines you just listed apply for the same? Yes, I mean, this is not just for students, it's for all US and actually foreign travelers. So again, if you're taking the COVID tested quarantine-free flight, you will not need to quarantine, or if you've been vaccinated, same thing. Yeah.
And I happened to take that flight. Delta offers it from Atlanta or JFK, and they've turned out to be pretty cheap lately from JFK. I've seen them be more expensive from Atlanta recently. So you can check kayak.com and see what those flights look like. But yeah, you just need to arrive at the airport with the COVID test, some kind of PCR test. I mean, there's only one. You got to get a PCR test within 72 hours of arriving at the airport.
I think most of our students will be have their vaccine
All of our students,
by the time they leave.
hopefully.
Great. So in that case, you will not need to quarantine anyway, no matter the flight that you're taking.
Is transportation to and from the airport provided, or will we need to set something up?
Yes, we will include airport transportation for your arrival flight. So from either Naples or Rome to Sorrento. The departure transportation is not included in the program fee, but we can organize a transfer for you guys at an extra fee, depending on the time of the flight and the airport you're flying from. So Sant'Anna can organize it anyways.
And you can get from Rome to Sorrento for about $20 or $22. So if you decide not to fly into Naples because the COVID tested flight goes into Rome, it's about a 3.5-hour journey to Sorrento, and probably a little more, like 4 hours if you take
Depending on the traffic, yeah.
the cheap train.
Probably a nice train ride too, I imagine.
It's a beautiful train ride. I always take the slow train. I love it.
When are the I guess monies due for fall semester?
That's a question for Matt.
So the first payment is a deposit payment that that once we're invoiced for Sant'Anna, we'll immediately put on your Gulf line. And so I'm not sure exactly when that'll happen, but it'll be due about a month before the program starts. And then that, if I remember, more or less is about a fourth, like maybe 25% of the full cost, if I'm not mistaken. What is it, 30?
Yeah.
30%, okay. And then the rest is due around the start of the program. And yeah, now we have it set up now, which is unlike when you first applied for this program way back a year and a half ago. We can take their invoice and put it right on your Gulf line. So that makes it easier to pay for students. Also opens up some scholarships that students need to pay FGCU for. Not many of them, but some scholarships.
Okay.
And actually, we have a pretty flexible cancellation policy with a full refund up to 3 weeks prior to program start.
That's pretty much unheard of any other program.
Yeah, I've worked at 4 other providers in the last 20 years, and I've never heard of that either. So it's
But
great.
that's also because of, giving as much flexibility as possible in this, COVID times where everything is uncertain. So to encourage students, study abroad is really possible. As I said, we currently have a group of spring semester students that have the experience of a lifetime. So yeah.
They really do. Yeah.
All right. Any other questions out there? Comments?
I have one more question. Sorry. I'm asking a
Oh,
lot.
great. That's why we're-
How many students are generally from the US? Is it like everybody there from the US? Or?
Yeah, I'd say 90% of our students are from the US and US.
Okay.
And I would like to add, even though it's kind of an island program in that sense that it's mostly Americans, but being in the town of Sorrento, you're automatically kind of more integrated than in other places like Rome or Florence or Venice. You have, it's such an unusual thing. We're the only American program that's prominent in Sorrento, and it's a small town environment. And the people down in the south of Italy are just very friendly and outgoing. And some of our staff, including Serena and Georgia, her coworker, they often have Italian friends join a lot of the excursions to mix it up a lot. And we, between internships and volunteer experiences and the tours, you really get to encounter the local culture. So to me, I studied in Northern Italy for a year, and I just longed to be down here because I started getting to get to know the South, and I would come down here like once a month with an 8-hour train ride and just to experience it. And it's a lot easier to encounter the local culture. And the advantage of any negatives of being with a bunch of Americans is the fact that it's a small program. The house is incredible. I saw some pictures, but I stay there often when I work because I commute from Naples. So I'll sleep in, there's a part of the dorm where they have a room that I stay in sometimes, and it's like really impeccable accommodations. So, and you'll hear that when Tyler and Campbell come back, they'll tell you all about it. Tyler's going to be our campus ambassador at FGCU. And so you'll hear about it directly from her as well. Did you see the video of Tyler yet?
I haven't seen it.
Okay, we'll send it your way, Matt.
Yeah.
And Georgia worked on that 2 days ago. So Tyler, we did an interview with Tyler in the garden in the Lemon Grove. But yeah, she kind of talks about her experience. So we'll send that your way.
Great.
Grazie, Michael. One other thing I wanted to add to this question is that basically our study abroad courses are mainly made of 90% made of Americans to US college students, but Sant'Anna also offer other 2 departments. One is Italian language courses for foreigners, not for credit, of all ages and all nationalities. So there are adults, old people, and young people coming from all over the world to learn Italian. And we also have the foreign languages department, where we teach afternoon classes of foreign languages, English, French, German, Spanish, to locals. And actually one of our service projects we generally run every semester is conversation classes with Italian students that are part of our foreign language department. So if not on the same classes, we still have kind of international community in the school. There's another question here. When and how we will be notified about our roommates? So for summer, about 2 weeks prior program start, you will receive an email that gives you all specific about your accommodation, if you're being placed with in the residence hall, in a shared apartment, pictures of the shared apartment if you've been placed in a shared apartment, and information about your roommates if you have not and if you don't have any roommate requests. If you have roommate requests, you're more than welcome to send them our way. And same thing for the semester, but that would happen about 1 month prior program start. Hope this helps. You're welcome.
All right. So I had 3 or 4 requests to record this meeting. If anyone wants a recording, let me know, and I'm going to share that to the students that requested that. Yeah, can't thank you guys enough for taking the time out of your Friday evening. It's almost time for you guys to go away for the weekend, so enjoy your weekends.
Thank you so much. Yeah, no, it was actually our pleasure. Thank you so much, Matt, for organizing this, for inviting us. And for everyone, I'm gonna type here my email address. So feel free to reach out anytime for any questions.
And I just sent all of you a video. There's a young man in Sorrento who took a drone video that is of our building. It's most visible.
I showed it earlier, Mike. I showed it at the beginning of the presentation.
Yeah,
I showed the video.
Awesome.
that
Okay.
filmography was
Cool.
amazing.
I'm the Johnny come lately.
No
That's what we
worries.
started with.
Yeah,
as
I
everyone
love
was
that.
showing up. So that was incredible footage. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. How do you say have a good weekend in Italiano?
Very, very easy. Buon weekend.
No.
Also, buon fine settimana, but we generally say weekend.
I say weekend, buon fine di settimana.
Yeah.
Fine settimana. Yeah, but most people down here say buon weekend. But yeah, it is fine settimana. Buon fine settimana.
Okay. Buon fine
But yeah,
settimana.
most of us do say buon weekend.
All right.
And to you all too. Thanks again.
Right. Likewise. Take care. And Sarah and Haley will be in touch. Stephanie as well.
All right.
All right. Then number
Done.
2. Okay. Let's go. We got to go there.